Hello there, how you all doing? You're welcome to Lina TV 247 and this is the interview. On this week's episode of the interview, we have a very amiable personality on the set of the interview. But before I unveil to you who our guest is today, let me run through the profile of our personality today. Our personality for this week is a highly accomplished individual with proven track record and a keen eye for details. He has excellent communication skills, confident and innovative, has personal mastery, commitment to completing tasks, strong attention to details. He has a problem-solving capability, excellent strategic and performance improvement. He has the experience with a need for building strong operational teams, strong ability to negotiate and persuade, first-rate term player and confident self-starter, adept at maintaining loyal and lasting relationships with articulating vision, strategy, innovative ideas and service offerings to identify groups, clients, senior management, and strategic partners. The list goes on and on and on, but key achievement of this personality that we have today is that he has participated in the pre-implementation of the revenue assurance solution and digital services revenue in the Nigerian telecom sector, a federal government project to block revenue leakages domiciled in the Nigerian Communications Commission. And amongst several other achievements, he has participated on performing due diligence on Ailing Software Technology Limited in India as part of and partners of the consortium responsible for the implementation of the revenue assurance solution and digital revenue. My name is Selin Moses Alkali, and if you're just joining us, this is Lina TV 247, and it is the interview on Lina TV. Like I said in the introduction, we have an amiable guest in the studio, one of a kind, a personality per excellence. I don't want to talk too much because I would allow the person to, the personality for this week to introduce to us by himself who he is. But I know that the resume has already said it all. We have a prince in the studio on our set today. Join me as I unveil to you our guest for the week on the interview. He is none other but Murtala Dantoro. You're welcome to Lina TV, sir.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
You have a very beautiful resume.
Yeah.
Can you briefly let us in on who Murtala Dantoro is?
Okay. Hello, viewers. Murtala Dantoro is from New Busa, Niger State.
Okay.
He's from the family of the late Dantoro, the late Emir Borgu and from a very large family. Who are educated to a very reasonable level, and well, the CV says everything.
Yes.
So very humble, and a very focused individual, and very ambitious as well.
Yeah, it's obvious that you are.
Yeah.
And so, sir, we have heard a lot about the Dantoros.
Yeah.
And it is a privilege that we have you on our set today. It's just to familiarize with you for the first time, and then let's delve deeper into you as a person.
Yeah.
But again, are you a politician or a civil servant? Or I know you have a foundation. We're going to be talking about that too.
Course, yeah.
But again, let us know.
Yeah, I'm a civil servant at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
And politics has always been part of the family.
Okay.
From our late father, he loved politics, and he had a very good impact in that terrain.
Mm.
So watching him when we're growing up, you would definitely have no choice than to love the passion of being a politician, because he did it well in our perspective. He was more of someone who believed in supporting the people. That was his political perspective. Yeah. So it was about development, selflessness. He gave it all. Yeah. That was my late father would take the last of his to give it out just for the progress of the people. So his political mindset was something to adapt.
Yeah.
I would say I'm a politician in me.
Yeah.
When the opportunity comes, then I can do that. But for now, I'm a
I want to align with you being a politician more because of the lineage and the blood that runs in you. Because everybody knows in Nigeria that the Jagaban that we're talking about was actually a title graciously given to him by the Borgu Emirate. So can you tell us more about that?
Okay. I can say a little more because I wasn't really in the country then when this whole thing happened. Because I really didn't grow up in Nigeria. I was just in and out. I was out there for a long time. So, but the little I know is that our late father had a very good relationship with Jagaba, His Excellency. They had their relationship started from the Senate. So, and then from there they became very close, and since then they've been close. So, but the little I got from my brothers, my senior brothers, they said that our father told him that he would give him a title that would add strong value to him. And to be honest, to be honest, the title Jagaba is huge.
In the Emirates.
Yeah, and for a personality, His Excellency deserved that because he was someone who could lead. The president was someone that could lead people. So Jagaba is like that, leading the people.
Okay.
You understand? So it was exactly what was meant for him. Yeah. So I don't know how my dad picked it up, but it was a clue right on him.
And that name is a brand in Nigeria.
Everywhere.
All over.
Musicians are singing with the name.
Yes.
There was even a mechanic I met one time who told me that if you want to see me, just ask for Jagaba.
Really?
I was like, okay, fine, I'll ask for Jagaba. That's his name in the mechanic shop.
Okay. He adopted it, I'm sure, from, Oh, wow, this is so interesting to know, So you see, I'm not even capping. I was not even capping when I said that you have more of a politician blood in you, because as far as I'm concerned, you have an alliance with the Jagaban, the Tinubu himself,
Absolutely.
Yes. So we pray that Baba's soul will continue to rest in peace.
Amen.
And all that he has left behind. I hope and I pray that he gets someone from his children that will take over all the good deeds that he did for the Borgu Emirate and of course Nigeria. Yes, sir. So talking about, I know that like you have narrated earlier, that Baba was somebody that was humane in nature.
Absolutely.
And I think I have heard about a foundation he started about giving back to his subjects.
Actually.
And I think somebody filtered it into my ears that you have the traits of your father.
Absolutely.
How far?
I can say that confidently.
Okay, please let us in on it.
Yeah.
The foundation now.
Okay, I have, this whole thing started this way. Then I was in Ghana. So I used to have this friend, we were living in the same room. And then we're talking, it's like, let us see how we can give back. Let us help. And this is around 1996, 97. During that period, I was in senior secondary school then. So then we started, so okay, what do we do and all that. So when we went back to, that was in Tamale, the northern part of Ghana. When we went back to Accra, then we started supporting one or two places. So this interest was like, wow, it's so interesting and so fulfilling to give back. And it's not like we had anything much, but we're supporting, So since then, I started nursing the fact of having a platform we are going to give back.
Mm.
So since when I was in Dublin, so I used to like talk to people, some few guys I used to know then. Then I said, oh, let's see how we can help this, give this to these people, help these people. So when I came back to Nigeria, one friend of mine, Bashir, said, create a platform so that you can continue this thing.
Yeah.
So we started with Yield.
Okay.
And then as time goes on, Yield was not as strong the way I wanted it. So I now made it Murtala Dantoro Foundation.
Okay.
So Murtala Dantoro Foundation has been there for a while. But the thing is that I really didn't used to make noise. I don't even make the noise. My thing was more of supporting the people, not to create paparazzi on it. Yeah. So only some people talk about it, but me, I'm not putting it out there. So, and imagine the funding, it's for me. I fund it myself. I've not told anybody to fund it for me because it's about self-satisfaction. So we have done so much for the Borgu community to the extent
that's the foundation itself.
The foundation,
okay.
the Murtala Dantoro Foundation. We have done so much. We really, really have done so much. But people wouldn't know because we don't tell it. We say we're just doing it and we're comfortable with the way we're doing it. Even though I've been advised to like let people know, everybody should know. So this is the moment whereby I want to now working on the website. At the moment now, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make it like official. So that I will now bring in some platforms. Like sponsors, donors. That's what I'm doing because I believe it will go a bigger way, a larger coverage, supporting. So far so good. Murtala Dantoro Foundation has been doing so well. Quietly.
All right, sir. I'd love to ask this question. What is all about your NGO? What do you do in your NGO?
The NGO, the Murtala Dantoro Foundation, it's an NGO. It's a platform to be able to tackle poverty. So we are into this aspect of poverty alleviation. We're tackling the educational sector and empowerment as well, and sensitization too. We do that. We say that in this way, when it comes to education, we started from the grassroots. So we start from the pupils to the students. The younger ones are very important because their mindset is key. How they grow up with. So in the educational sector, we support the pupils, the primary, nursery, primary school, especially primary schools. We start from primary school in terms of books, uniforms, and sometimes we pay fees. And then that's the educational aspect. And it goes all the way to the junior secondary school, senior secondary school, and university. But that one, it depends on the kind of people that comes to us. Then that one is done, the education sector is done. And then what we do also is try to encourage education as well, especially the girl child, and then more sensitization on the male child on how to treat the woman. Because you can fight for girl child, but who's going to treat them bad at the end of the day is the guy. So if you also sensitize the male child too, it helps balance the equation. So in the entrepreneurship sector, we do more supporting of women because they do more of the markets. You see them everywhere. So what we did was we did our needs assessment. We did one-on-one interviews with them, and then they tell us what they need, and then we support it. That's the entrepreneurship aspect. And then the healthcare sector, we also do our research. We have one good thing about MDF is that we have liaison officers around the Borgu Emirate, Borgu and Agora, local government, the entire Borgu Emirate. We have liaison officers in various villages and towns. So they just come together and say, oh, this is what we see that is lacking here. Let's see how we can do it. We might not be able to do too much, but the little we can do. So the healthcare sector, we support the communities in terms of medicines, medications. We do support them as well. We buy them, we send it over.
Today you were in the studio with this symbol, and I didn't know whether it's Arabic or what does it signify?
Actually, this is an Adinkra symbol. It's a Ghanaian symbol. It means the supremacy of God. And I adopted it. Earlier when I said I lived in Ghana, I grew up in Ghana. So it's the way I lived, I felt the God's favors,
Okay.
the supremacy of God was just everywhere.
Mm.
Like with even challenging moments, God has a way of just taking you out of them, out of those moments, and show you the path. So in all the symbols, I now studied which symbol really attaches to my life. And
so this is more like a reflection of your life story.
It talks about me and what God has done for me. So it means Jinyami, the supremacy of God. Jinyami, that's the name of this one.
Okay.
Jinyami.
Oh,
it's a Ghanaian
so
symbol.
it's so nice. It's beautiful and it looks good on you.
Yeah, thanks.
The little I have heard about you, you are all about people's. You're very concerned about your people and you really want to see them out there. But again, sir, let me just be a bit political with my question. I don't know if this question is meant to please you, but I'm going to say it anyways.
No problem.
Yes, because I know that Tinubu is not the president of Nigeria.
Yes.
And Tinubu, the name Tinubu is even smaller than the Jagaban. Because
Absolutely.
The trademark is the Jagaban.
Yes, absolutely.
And recently we had seen appointments turning in and out of the federation from all over. And I feel that, I don't know, from what you have narrated to us now, is there any way that the Emirates of Borgu can align with the present administration, having known that he has a very strong connect with the Borgu Emirate?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything, or the Emirates now is looking towards that area, because he definitely would need to give back to the Borgu Emirate. But how prepared are your people? How knowledgeable, how aware are they of the opportunities that abound? Yeah.
Actually, very good question. Though it wasn't expected, but very good question. The thing is, the people of Borgu, we have very intelligent people. To be honest, even the current deputy minister, the minister of state. Sorry.
Yes. Minister of state.
Yeah, is Sabi. Senator Sabi.
Yes, Sabi. Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's from Borgu as well.
Oh,
he's an intelligent.
Yes, very well, very well.
And I think so far so good. He's the forefront so far, so good.
Okay.
And another thing is, I will just hit it this way: the Dantoro family. That's we. Yeah. I would say that we have a lot to give to as well, because there are lots of educated siblings. Most of my siblings are well educated. In fact, all of us are educated. But positions are given to those who really qualify. It's not just education. You just have to have the personality, the experience, and then the know-how, so that you could represent. So I would say that we are also prepared. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. We are prepared. We're just waiting for the time that he would seek for our services in his government. But we're prepared. And people of Borgu are also prepared. All he needed to do was he did one, which is Senator Sahabi. So I believe he should dodge into it. Like he should come more into the Emirate, but looking at, okay, I'm going to start from here, which he has started, and then he should continue, because one person from Borgu is not enough. Yeah. It's really not enough. Because actually it's not enough. We have people from various states, have more than one people in politics, in power. They'll be given more appointments. So I would say it's important that he should look more into he should tap into the people of Borgu. Borgu are well educated. The Dantoros are educated. We can add value. All they need to do is give us opportunity. Sabi is very intelligent. He's an individual. He's very intelligent. I respect him a lot. And that one is just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. There's so much more. So I would advise that they should look into the Dantoro family, and at the same time the people of Borgu Emirate. Yeah. Okay. Now, I think it's well enough
But again, I want to ask this, sir. What do you think are major challenges in Nigeria at the moment, especially with regards to the downtrodden, in the society? What do you think the government can do?
Actually, it's very simple. See, when I was in Dublin, I was with the Nigerian Association Network Ireland. I was one of the administrators there, and I worked with some NGOs in Dublin as well. Do you know what I realized that they do and made them to achieve? The government focuses on social inclusion. That inclusivity, you need it. You cannot lead people without having an inclusive government. Yes, it's politics. You want to have your key people from various places.
Yeah.
That's fine. But at the same token, you can still achieve your goal if you make social inclusion your focus. What is social inclusion? Now look at this. One of the best way that makes this Europeans and others succeed is because they have what they call their people first. And their people first, they now measured it this way. They are on top. Their people are down here. So how do they do? How would we do to now bring development from here to the top?
Yeah.
So what they do is they now create collaborations, partnerships, give out opportunities for NGOs. Look, if you have a government that collaborates with NGOs, you will succeed. It is just obvious. It's 100 over 100. Because, and when you are using the NGOs, you are not just using every kind of NGO. You are using NGOs that have reputable backgrounds. They have done so much for the communities, and the communities could bear witness, right? Could testify for them that they have done something. So if you have an inclusive government that thinks about the people first, whatever you want to do, let the people be first. And how can they be first? You have to find a way to reach out to them at the grassroots. Because at the end of the day, if you're coming to campaign, where do you go to? You go to the grassroots.
You go to the grassroots.
So why do you go to the grassroots if it's not necessary? If it's not influential, if it's not stronghold, you don't go there. You sit in your Abuja and then tell them to vote for you. And you see who will go and stand for you. Nobody will there. So if you
have to go there to convince them.
Exactly. So if you can go there, and going there, you're not just going there as an individual, you're going there with stakeholders involved.
Yes, very well.
You are going there with people involved. And those people are the human beings, the participants of various NGOs. Trust me, they have associates, they are CSOs, they are various NGOs. They are involved. So if you want to help the people, have a very inclusive government that gives them the opportunity to partner with NGOs. Now, check this out. If I don't think, I challenged someone. You should tell me, I don't know, but since the inception of democracy in Nigeria, they should tell me where there's an office that's solely as a partnership for NGOs. They should tell me. SSA or SA or minister or CEO or DG
or advisors.
They should tell me. There is nothing on NGOs.
Wow.
So I would advise this government should look for an office for NGOs, NGO matters.
Yeah.
So that office, look, do you know what that office can do? That office will be a platform, a connect between Nigeria and overseas. Because there are donors overseas.
Very well.
They want to support, but they don't even know the NGOs. So if you have an office under the presidency or a ministry or somewhere,
an umbrella body for all the NGOs to be.
So these NGOs will register with these people.
Yeah.
Be on their website. Look, you could even create an app for it. This is one of my ideas for my MDF, my foundation. You create an app for these things. You have the office. You now be the gateway for donors overseas. Because they need to trust the platform. In order to bring in their money. Because trust me, they get a lot of them being frauded.
Yes,
They've been
very
deceived.
Well. Yeah.
So if you have that NGO, that office that is for NGO matters, probably an ambassador to the president on NGO matters.
Yeah.
And then the funding is created from various
and
streams.
It carries federal might.
Yes, of course.
Then it will increase the trust.
That's the
from
thing.
Donors coming
then even, do you know another surprising thing? Probably people don't really know is embassies in Nigeria. Embassies have support system for NGOs, for communities.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, they have funding for communities. I did my research. They have funding for communities, and the funds are there. People are not really accessing them. So, but if you have that office, whether at state level or at federal level, which is very important.
Yeah.
So the state will liaise with the federal level. It will amaze you how many NGOs will register and the projects they will bring. That is how this government will succeed big time. Big time. All this Ministry of Humanitarian, they'll find it very easy because they need data.
Yeah.
And the NGOs have data.
Data is what is the thing now.
I surprise you. My foundation, I was able to go down to the roots to create groups of people for healthcare sector, education sector, empowerment sector, community sector, leadership sector. I have created everything, their names and their numbers. And I still have them as data.
Oh, wow.
So now, check that out. If you want to help these people in Borgu, MDF, can we see you? Do you have data? Where do we go to? What are the needs assessments? We'll give it to you. You understand?
Yeah.
And MDF also we also designed a project, a program. We couldn't achieve it because it was a lot of funding. So I was able to do a little from me. But do you know the program? I designed a form whereby people will give their data, information about them, and tick where they are interested in being empowered at. Either tailoring, either fish farming, either this. Do you know, amazingly, we had printed almost 500 forms and they were all finished.
Wow.
So imagine that kind of data.
Yeah.
And then when a government is working alongside with an office that's representing NGOs, imagine what will happen to those people, those 500 people. They will get funding.
Very well.
They will be able to do that by reducing poverty.
Yeah.
So it's very simple. It's absolutely simple.
This is an eye-opener. I've never thought that way.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of the major, powerful insights you have given.
Thank you.
And I hope that it will fall in the right ears.
I pray
and
so.
let something happen. I think you have been able to just open up to us what is available for the government to look towards and see how we can, because this has direct bearing to the masses, especially, the grassroots and all of those things. Now, you're still on Lina TV 247, and we still have our amiable Murtala Dantoro, and he is so intelligent, so apt, and so vast when it comes to things that has to do with the NGOs and especially the grassroots. And so, as a way of capping up, because I know that the time is already keep ticking. Yes, sir. What word do you have for your people? And then, after speaking to your people, then do you have a plea, any sort of plea, either to anybody with regards to these points that you have raised?
Okay.
But let's start with your people.
When you say my people,
the Borgu Emirate. Yes.
Okay.
What do you want to see? What do you envisage to see Borgu Emirate in the next couple of years?
Well, I will say something first. You know, I'm a Nigerian, and as a Nigerian, I see that I'm responsible for every part of Nigeria, the development of every Nigerian. That's why I see my influence is to see how Nigerians grow. Do you understand? I don't do religious bias or cultural. I'm not like that. So I will feel limited if you say just Borgu.
Okay, yeah, because you are a prince from that emirate. That's why I said we're going to come. No. We're going to come to the larger platform. Okay. But let's have you speak to your people first. Everybody has an origin,
of course,
and you are not to be looked away. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
So your words matters to them.
Okay.
At the grassroots.
Yeah, for the people of Borgu, I would say it the way it is. We have to wake up from slumber. There are a lot of opportunities for us in this country, for every Nigerian as well. So, but we have to showcase the knowledge, showcase the expertise, showcase the commitment to development. And I realized that in Borgu that most of our people there, they are farmers. Most of them are farmers, and they love farming, both animal and crops. And we have artisans as well. Yeah, and Borgu is a fertile land. Trust me, you go to Borgu, you become rich. Yeah, when you start business, yeah, you'll be rich. There are a lot of people there who have become very successful, and they're not from Borgu.
So you're telling me to relocate?
Yeah, you can relocate. But if you want to interview me, you come back to me. I'm telling you, so I see Borgu as a very fertile land. A lot of opportunities in Borgu, both natural mineral resources and then workmanship. You know.
Yeah.
So I would just say they should keep up. They should not give up, and they should stand firm for their rights. Yeah, no politician should come and tell them all the stories.
Yeah.
And they buy, because at the end of the day, you go back, they still call some of us individuals for jobs. So they should stand firm and say, hey, let us have an agreement with you. We're going to vote for you. Please, you have to do what you have to do, because we need development, human capacity building, not just infrastructure. Yeah, you understand. So I would say they should stand for their rights. Yeah, they should be focused, more focused, and they shouldn't be greedy. They shouldn't think about themselves. Yeah, they think about the community. Yeah, so it's not all about me. Yeah, you understand. If it had been me, I wouldn't be able to share. So we all represent the growth of Borgu.
And as an individual, I'm sure you're doing well for yourself, but you're looking for a bigger platform that you can carry your people along. Oh, that's smart of you, and that's very beautiful to hear. And then let's talk your plea to the Nigerian family.
Actually, it's simple. We are talented. Nigerians are talented. Nigerians are intelligent. God, you don't have a clue. Like, I tell you this, when I was in Dublin, I entered a bus. The bus driver saw me, like, wow, where are you from? I said, from Nigeria. He asked me, what are you doing here? That's what he said. He said, what are you doing here? I will never forget that busman. And he's a white man. He says, Nigeria is blessed. You guys are intelligent. So we are intelligent. We just need the right channels. You know, we're human beings. Some people are pushed to doing the wrong things, but that's human nature. But we are not bad people. We're smart people. We're resilient people. We are visionarians. We just miss it sometimes, but that's human nature. But I'm not making excuses for mistakes or for intentional mistakes, but intentional mistakes. But I'm just saying that Nigerians are smart people. We are good people. We just need to be focused and say, this is where we are going. And when we are following governments, when we have governments in power, we should not just banter them. Let's have a coalition and talk to them. Let's have a coalition. That's all. If we can have coalitions, we'll be fine. Yeah. So I believe we will succeed. Yeah. The youth should not give up. We should keep going. It's not easy, but let's not give up. Yeah. America never give up, and they became America. Everybody's going there. England and UK, they never give up from inception. So let's not give up. We'll get you right, and let's support the governments. It doesn't matter any party. Let's just support the governments. Yeah. And when they are wrong, let's find a way not to insult them. Yeah. Because we are better than that. Yeah. So I believe in Nigeria. Yeah. I believe in the youth. I believe in our leaders. It's very obvious that you believe in Nigeria. Yeah.
And your parting words, final words on the final notes. I always love to ask this question. Anytime I have a guest on this set, I would ask, what would you, Murtala Dantoro, what would you love to be remembered for?
What I would love to be remembered for? The good things I have done for humanity. That's just it. Like, Murtala did this. Because I felt good when there was one time one student called me. He's married. He said he wants, not student, a man. Yeah. He said he's getting married. He wants to invite me. It's like, oh, I can't make it, but I'll try my best. He said, sir, but do you know why I invited you? He said, no. He said, you sponsored me to go to school via your foundation. Like way back. It's like, really? So see, that's why it's like one of the things I want to remember for. That, oh, this man did this for us. Because of this man, God made it possible for us to be where we are today. So that's all. To add value to humanity. That's fine for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we pray as Lina TV family, we pray that God will answer your silent prayers and also do the best for you and the Borgu Emirate. Beautiful people, this is where we draw the curtain on this week's episode of the interview. We just had a chit chat with a prince from Borgu. He is none other but Murtala Dantoro. And it has been so wonderful listening to him and how passionate he is about Nigeria and how passionate he is yearning to give back to Nigeria what he has in store in his head. This platform is created to bring personalities who have made marks in their different fields of endeavor and to see how Nigeria can tap from them and use them for the growth of Nigeria. It is our prayer that the right ears hear us, and this is our own little way of also giving back by singling people out who we feel can do it for Nigeria. My name is Selin Moses Alkali. I'll come your way again next week with another beautiful personality. So I hope that when next we call you, you will answer.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Until I come your way again, I remain Selin Moses Alkali. See you on the other side.